Kanpai!
Kanpai! 1 second, let's get this intro done first. Welcome, one and all, to episode 228 of Kanpai Cast. God, we've been doing this a while. Where today we'll be discussing the manliest men and womanliest women of anime. But before we get into the topic, we're going to do a bit of housekeeping, as the usual. Like, comment, subscribe, especially comment, because we love reading your comments. Down in the doodly-doo below, there is all the links to everything we do. There's the Discords, there's the Patreons, there's the streaming, and there's also even the audio version that you can feed in if you like to listen to us on Spotify or similar. Don't know why you would. We're much more attractive. Well,
plus if you do that, you don't get to hear the memes that come at the end of the episode.
Oh yes, stop on over for the memes, even if you are doing a audio version.
Also,
down below, so you'll be able to skip straight to them.
I heard something about YouTube comments. Apparently, the longer they are, well, God, who knows if this is true. This is the latest thing I've heard. The longer they are, and the more they don't mention the algorithm. So I say the more they don't, but just as long as they don't mention the algorithm in some way, they get treated better than if they do mention the algorithm. Like if somebody just says, I commented for the algorithm, then the algorithm just says, fuck that. Who cares?
I feel anecdotal evidence here.
Of course, like, it all is. Nobody knows how the fucking algorithm works. None of the people who made it.
John Cleese. So, I'm just imagining John Cleese sticking his head in and saying, "Don't mention the war."
Exactly. Yes.
So yeah, there's also the archive of the memes in case you want to go and save them down for yourself, because Reddit deletes stuff. And of course,
God, do they?
Finding reels on Instagram after you've been to them before is next to impossible.
Yep.
As highlighted by Xeno finding memes from a year ago.
Did I?
The Doom one that you posted just now. That's 2025.
Oh yeah. Sorry, he's talking about a meme that I sent
on Discord.
On my Discord, like on my server and things like that. I was like, wait a second, has he looked at my memes already? Is he cheating? I do not approve of cheating looking at memes.
I got a meme from Evil Pig this week. That's where one of mine got sourced from. Part of the channel Evil Pig.
Fantastic. But no, if you guys want to join in on judging Xeno for finding old VTuber memes, come to the Discord. So, I just saw a topic this week that just caught my eye, talking about the manliest men in anime. And while we can name plenty of those, and some of them are really good examples of what it is to be a manly man, and some of them are really just toxic ideas of masculinity. I thought we'd find some good examples, but then let's balance it out with some womanliest women. But of course, there's
but not womanliest men
as well.
And manliest women?
No, because Steve Wangan would win both.
That's true.
Yeah. So there's examples of, say, the most badass women, the best looking women, the most comforting, homely women. The lot of those. So we found a selection of, or I found a selection of those, and we decided to have a discussion of what examples they're setting, whether those are good, whether those are bad, or whether they're even, some of them are even manly men.
I have a question.
Of course.
Do we have a definition of womanliest woman? Because I'm really like I'm going to be honest, not okay with this terminology.
That's the debate, isn't it?
Right. So we tried.
I thought we'd go through the examples and that were raised. These are taken from various people around the internet, various top 10 badass women, top 10, muscular.
So you didn't source these?
Not half of them, I'd say. Okay. Most of them I knew ahead of time would be on these lists, if you see what I mean.
Okay, right.
So, starting off,
I feel like
we thought we'd go through
three men
the manliest
walking into
men.
a minefield here.
Well, the manliest men is definitely easy, because we'll start off with one of the ones that's at top of the list. top of the list on so many manliest men lists was Guts.
Okay.
From Berserk.
Okay, fine.
But I would argue that Armstrong is way more manlier because he's very nurturing too.
Yeah, we'll get to him. So the top of the list one was,
or the other guy
Guts in multiple things. So that's the question: is Guts a good example of masculinity, and is he a manly man? And
I think that Guts is a good example of a broken individual.
Yes, this is the conversation that I was hoping we would get into.
So I want to highlight for our audience, this is a completely subjective conversation.
Oh, of course.
Yes.
What we say isn't a standard.
Well, I mean, gender and gender roles in general are a subjective standard.
If any one of us, including myself, says anything offensive, we do apologize in advance. We are 3 idiots, right?
And 2 of us are British, so our standards may vary.
None of us are psychologists or sociologists.
I was really ill this week, and I'm going to blame that as to why I didn't veto this topic, right? Okay,
and I'm baby, so...
God.
It's my birthday? No,
so basically, I get all the blame. Okay, cool. That's fine. I'm American. I'm used to it.
So
Guts is an inherently flawed individual, but he is, by many definitions, incredibly manly. You know, he's physically strong. He's very skilled in combat.
He's emotionally distant.
Well, I was going to say, he's been beaten down many times, but he's still driven.
I mean...
And...
I think one thing I want to strive for in this is what male characteristics would I like to see in a manly man, right? Because, you know, Nasuth isn't wrong by saying emotionally distant. And a lot of people do turn around and say, like, this is the trait of an alpha or sigma male or whatever you want to bloody call yourselves. I don't know. I don't care. But I think one of the traits that I really admire in Guts is the fact that he will do the good fight. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, he is a mercenary for the bulk of
the Golden Age.
Thank you, yes.
The Golden Age, yes.
However, the Golden Age is but a fraction of Berserk's story. So, yeah.
And even in that, you see him trying to do good. Yeah.
Yes. He didn't go in for the inherent, what other people think is the inherent violent nature of people after the battle's fought.
I think it's also important to note that, yes, he is emotionally distant for the most part, except during the height of the Golden Age, when he's got his real, when he's learned to open up to the people around him. That's when you get to see a much more rounded side of Guts. And I think it's also important to note that emotionally distant is potentially a toxic trait that society has put on men. You know, you're told from a young age, boys don't cry, you know, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And so I think that's part of why we associate being emotionally distant with quote unquote manly traits, for better or worse.
I agree with you. I've had this conversation with psychologists, actual people with doctorates and stuff, and or certainly more qualified to talk about it than I am as an idiot. But like, again, I think one of the sides of a lot of men is that it is taught from decades ago that men need to be strong for the family. They must carry the burdens of the family, and not that the family is a combined force of all sides. I've seen, like, you know, I've had male friends who would not open up about any of the shit they're going through until effectively I bullied them into it. And then when they sort of like had a verbal diarrhea, they felt so much better about it. You know?
Guys have every bit as many emotions as women. It's just that we bury it until we explode.
Yeah.
Because we're told to do that.
Until we break.
Yeah, exactly.
Which does kind of bring me on to the more healthier side of things, where I'll do a massive comparison to somebody like us, to somebody that didn't appear on any of the research lists that I put in.
Sure.
And that is Sakamoto from Sakamoto Days.
Oh, yeah. No, I was going to say Bel Crenell, actually. Even though he doesn't look like a manly man, I would say he embodies a lot of the traits of a true... like a true man. But yes, let's go ahead and do
Sakamoto Days, because Nasuth, you can talk on this gentleman quite a bit, can't you? And his habits and the way he's portrayed.
Well, I think one of the interesting things about Sakamoto, with what we were just talking about with the emotional distance, is that he appears emotionally distant, but he's really not. He's got a lot of deep passion that he will express when it's appropriate. It's just that because he's so used to showing no emotion as part of being an assassin, that still kind of carries over. He's unreadable. It's not that he has no emotions, it's just that he projects an unreadable appearance, so nobody knows.
It's properly poker face.
Exactly. But like when his wife's around, you know, you can see their whole love story in general. You know, you can see how he clearly has a lot of deep passion and a lot of like love for the people around him, even the people that like the family that he's picked up along the way with his proteges.
His actions as well.
Yeah, exactly. Like he is protective in a real way, like a real. But he's protective in a way that he also wants them to thrive on their own. Like, yeah, he protects the psychic kid, sure. But he also wants the psychic kid to learn to be better.
He's nurturing.
Yes, that's a good way to put it. Yeah.
Yes. But the thing I love about Sakamoto is how he's allowed to be a big man. Right?
Well, except for when he goes into actual full gear and suddenly becomes thin again. But, you know.
Yeah. No,
but is that a case of he's done that because he's burnt off that much?
Yeah, that's the
mass,
idea.
Yeah.
So the fun with this is because his wife sees the value in having him, regardless of how he weighs, because in culturally, him gaining weight like that is seen as a sign of prosperity, of him doing well, that he can be big and fat and lazy in that respect, because he's fulfilling all of his husbandly duties and keeping a happy wife and a happy life. And she's able to provide for him in that way. She can cook really well for him and get him to be that way, because that's the value there, is that he doesn't have to be super fit and in shape, because he's doing everything that he can to be a truly good husband and father.
Oh, and all you have to do is take one look at how happy and well-adjusted his daughter is to know that he's a really good person, just a really good dad.
I will say, though, coming from the my knees age, generation, whatever, that I do feel that maintaining a healthy body, like I wish I did more to maintain my body. I don't. I really I try hard, but I come up with every excuse under the sun. I was like, I'm do it later. I'm do it later.
I mean, sorry, go ahead, continue.
Well, in that regard, like, I feel that it is a bad representation of manly men to the fact that, like, you know, he is that obese and yet able to, you know, move like a kite, and it's just like
actually disagree.
That is.
There is a specific body type where you're a hard worker, so you've got a lot of muscle, but it's underneath several layers of fat. So, like, you can still be a big guy, but you're not a bodybuilder, because bodybuilder muscle is not real practical muscle. It's for show. Real practical muscle is through hard work.
No, I get that as well.
And so he could have that underneath his fat, that therefore he doesn't have the knee problems and stuff, because he's maintained this underneath thing that lets him still be a badass assassin even though he's fat.
Yes, but my point is more in line with the visual aesthetic and things like this, because, like, I mean, one of the big things that's coming about with a lot more anime these days is representation of older generations, especially of guys being the main character in anime. Like, you know, typically a lot of anime it focuses around kids around the age of 16, 17, yada yada yada. But now we're starting to see characters that are in their 40s, in their 30s, so on and so forth. And though I do like and appreciate that, like, I also have to appreciate the fact that I am not one for my own health. And seeing Sakamoto, it kind of gives me the green light to, Sakamoto's like this, I can continue to be like this. Yeah? That's the delusional message that could be interpreted. That's what I'm saying.
Well,
I don't know. Given how unrealistic so much of that show is, you'd be hard pressed to take that lesson away, in my opinion.
No, but at the same time, there are plenty of people that lean on shonen shows and as, like, like, I mean, there was one content creator. I apologize, I do not know his name. If I remember to find it, I'll find it. But he basically goes around conventions and says, right, if you could win $1 million if you pick an anime character to fight, but you have to win that fight, who do you pick? The number of times I hear characters like Krillin or Master Roshi or Yamcha.
Clearly Yamcha.
No, but the thing is, like, these people genuinely... hold on, these are martial arts experts.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes,
they can't at the peak. They can't be aliens or Super Saiyans, but they are literally superhuman.
Yeah. Even though Yamcha loses all the goddamn time, he can still beat any normal person up pretty much.
Yeah, like
Mr. Satan Mr. Satan is a character.
He's a bodybuilder, though.
He can
to me,
he's a bodybuilder
like a professional
who can still fucking tear. He can tear phone books in half and pull buses.
That's a trick, though.
Around.
That's a trick.
Yeah, but even then,
my point
is raw physical power.
Yeah.
You've got these people, like, I got people that say, like, I'll fight Mineta, right, from MHA. I'm like, he's gonna cover you in purple, grapes, and then you're not gonna be able to move. Congratulations, you're an idiot, right? Mm-hmm. They don't go for characters that, there's an easy win. They go for characters that appear weak to them.
Bocce, who you could win by staring her down.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Or Komi by extending your hand to, like, say hello, and she runs away. But
freezes in place.
Yeah, but, like, they go for characters that they genuinely think they can beat because they are weak in their show.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's what was the thought? Because this is the thing with Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z, when you actually go into it, has a lot of the idea of manly men, but most of the men in Dragon Ball Z aren't what you would call don't have that element of toxic masculinity that a lot of people would call manly. Vegeta is an example of the wrong kind of manly because he puts way too much emphasis on his pride until he mellows out with Bulma and having kids.
Until he does that with having a bath.
Yeah, having a bath. And while he does care for his kids, which is unusual in a Saiyan, the moment he sees that Trunks can actually, fight, that's all he wants to do is train his kid to fight. With his daughter Beulah, she's absolutely daddy girl energy, and he never actually puts her into a fight.
Which is crazy because thanks to like Caulifla, we know how good Saiyan women can fight.
Yes, exactly. So but I think that's more Bulma's influence, is that she doesn't want her little girl fighting either. But beyond that, Goku isn't really that good of an example because he's just a nice person. He's a nice person.
He's a terrible father.
His entire... Well, he's not actually all that bad of a father either. He just leaves it to Chi-Chi too much.
To be fair, he does provide for his family. He does bring in money from martial arts tournaments and from farming. Yes, he does.
When he's there, he tries his best for his family. He tries he does try to keep their farm going and try to take the weight off of Ox King's shoulders, because Ox King's providing a lot of the money for his family. And
he does play with the kids even when he's there. It's just that he's so often has to go away on business.
Yeah, he's not there all the time. And if they actually relied on him for a full-time job, he wouldn't be able to hold one down because he's far too interested in fighting and he's too strong for regular jobs. The one time in Super when he went to get the tractor fixed to try and plow the fields better.
Yeah. That scene is so hilarious.
He gets into a mock fight, gets punched out of the ring, and tumbles away comically, and then says, "Oh, I forgot my tractor!"
So dumb.
It is.
Goku's not really a good dad because he's still a kid. He never grew up. Piccolo is too distant for most of it, and doesn't want to be involved when he can be. Away.
I think I argue against that. I think Piccolo
tries to get involved all the time with adult Gohan.
Not just that, but Pan.
Yeah, right? Exactly. Yeah, adult Gohan and his family.
He's really involved with Pan and things like that, and I think that kind of shows him growing up, but kind of a bit too late, kind of thing. Much like Goku. But again, at the same time, I think realistically, the only two stable fathers I can think of is Krillin and Gohan.
Yeah, Gohan for sure.
Oh, I missed
he only fights. He only fights when he absolutely has to. The world is at stake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think genuinely, as far as manly men go, Krillin is one of those manly men. He nailed himself an absolute beautiful wife and had a lovely daughter. And
he's a police officer.
He went to work. He went to work as a police officer.
Is that really a criteria we want to measure this by? Oh, he got himself a great wife. Wink. Manly man. Wink.
Well, we'll get to that when we get to 18 later on in the discussion.
It doesn't have to necessarily be a wife. We could just say he has a partner who he is very good to.
Sorry, he had a beautifully stable and loving relationship.
Yes, he doesn't treat his partner badly. He's not toxic. I don't think you have to be a family man to be a masculine, but it is definitely in that column.
Yeah, being that nurturing parent figure, as well as showing you can hold down a stable job, and
I think the term is sufficient, but not necessary.
Even and that's the thing, because 18 is stronger than he is by a long way, and yet that doesn't dissuade him. That doesn't put him off from being the best he can be. Because he's going to be the best he can be for her as well, even though she can take care of him. He's going to put his effort in. He's going to put his full heart and soul behind what he does. And then when he's needed to fight for the planet, he'll step up, even if he doesn't think he can take on the same level of threats that his stronger friends can.
But he only does it
knowing your
when...
limitations.
He only does it with 19's permission. No, she's 18, isn't she? Yeah. He only ever does it with 18's permission, whereas, like, Goku explicitly does it against Chi-Chi's permission 90% of the time.
Yep. I wasn't there a thing where they were in traffic and he checked with 18 first, and then they flew their car out of traffic by literally picking it up and carrying it.
I'm pretty sure they did that for the Tournament of Power too, and that of course in that one they both decided to do it because again Earth on the line. But they were
late for Bulma's party, so they picked their car up and walked it out. Well, the equivalent which I love the fact that they're actually a couple. They're not just like
he's not the leader. They make joint decisions,
and that to me makes him far more of a manly man, as it were, because it puts him in a partnership. He's give and take. He's not just being some alpha male chud on this in his relationship.
He's not afraid to make decisions if it's left up to him. But he doesn't like demand to be the decision maker or anything. He's perfectly happy to share that responsibility.
Yeah. So I kind of want to pivot to deadbeat dads.
Oh yes.
All right.
So talking about Goku.
And it took me a hot minute. It was more relevant in the conversation when we were talking about it, but I want to pivot to Jotaro Kujo, right?
Right.
So,
who's worse, him or Joseph, though?
Who's
in
worse?
general?
Wait, what was wrong with Joseph? Josuke.
Josuke, the invisible baby. Well, I guess he does take care of the invisible baby pretty well. But isn't Jotaro also his son? And I wouldn't say he's exactly been.
No. Holly was his daughter.
Holly, right? Okay, right. And he does treat Holly very well. So never mind.
Yeah.
He'll never forget the Japanese.
For stealing his daughter.
A whole slew of people that put the JoJos up on the manly men scale.
So,
sure.
I do want to fixate on Jotaro, but like to go through the list relatively briefly, right? I feel that Jonathan, the answer is yes, but the problem is that his life was cut short, right? Like, we don't know what he would have been like had his 5 minutes of fame actually continued on, right?
I think Joseph starts out very toxic, but becomes better in his older age.
I think the thing with Joseph
environment.
I think the thing with Joseph is that he knows he is smart, right? Joseph is very egocentric.
Egotistical?
No.
Egocentric is the right word. He's centered on his own goals and drives. It's like narcissistic, but a slightly better version of narcissistic.
Yeah.
Egocentric.
So yes, yeah. So like he's too full of himself when it comes to his smarts and things like this, and he is very clever. A lot of the JoJos are, but he does mellow out and so on and so forth when it comes to old man JoJo. Old man Joseph rather. But Jotaro in part 3 is very stoic. He's very strong. He's very powerful. He's very cunning. He still has
a lot of ego strength. Like, he's still very sure of his abilities and his decisions. Like, he never really second guesses them.
Yes, but in part that plays to his risk taking, right? He only ever really takes risks he can win through his own bravado, right? So it sounds a bit daft, but
the video game one's a perfect example where
actually I was going to go with the gambling one.
Sure, they both work, but it's all bravado either way. But it's like bravado. He knows he can win.
Yes. So the whole thing with the gambling one is that he has like the worst possible hand, and yet he William T. Rikers it up to the nth degree, and basically he bluffs his opponent into losing, right?
Yeah.
And that is the swagger, that is the bravado, right? If he didn't have that degree of confidence that, you know, he had that poker face, he wouldn't have won in any way, shape, or form. I do think that degree of confidence does prove to be a redeeming quality. However, he is open emotionally as a brick.
Yeah.
So, you know,
absolutely,
there is that negativity, and you know, we have the other JoJo's. I don't really want to talk about Josuke or Giorno because they're both basically babies. But Jotaro in part 6 is a deadbeat dad. He's just not there. He wasn't in Jolene's life at all.
Wasn't there a reason for that though?
If there was, fuck knows what it was.
Fuck, I swear there was a reason for that.
Hey, you need to stop insulting my nose.
It's who says your nose is the one called fuck? Anyway.
That's a little bit of research.
Goes, how do you feel about this, Thaylien, while Nasuth does his online Google searching?
No, I'm with you 100% because what is a lot of the traits that people think of when they think of the masculine men that put JoJo characters up on the list is more about their confidence and strength and less about anything they actually feel. And it's not a really good relationship that they get into a lot of the time. The story hyper simplifies many of the relationships that they're in romantically. It's just, you know, meet hot character, therefore that is now a partner for them, and there's very little that I saw in the way of development for their relationships, just almost epilogue style. And then this happened, you know, and then they got together and had a kid. So I was not surprised to see part 6 having him be a bit of a deadbeat dad, where he was barely there, barely present. Even when he did come to see her, I was completely emotionally closed off because I hadn't seen anything to contradict that at any point in his past as a character. You know? True,
but at the same time, we see more of a responsibility with young Joseph and old Joseph. Like, you know, his daughter needs him because his grandson is in prison, so he flies to Japan, right? I mean, that says a lot to Joseph's character development. That, you know, I mean, one could say maybe Jotaro did the exact same thing, but I mean, I don't think that Joseph was a deadbeat dad to Holly. But
why can't I scroll suddenly? Fucking.
All
right, so I'm
guessing because it's actually an ad thing that goes over the top that is being blocked.
Oh, maybe.
That won't let you scroll down until you've actually acknowledged it.
Who knows? Anyway, so essentially I'm seeing that, yes, he was very distant. I can't get complete definition, or I can't nail down the reason completely, but it seems like he did it because he thought it was the only way to protect her from enemy stand users in the wake of Stardust Crusaders. Also, his mother divorced him, or her mother divorced him, so that might also be part of it. But
did she divorce him because he was a deadbeat dad?
Yeah.
So it's basically he decided that from everything.
So did Jolene grow him under the impression that her father? But this was untrue.
He chose protection over presence. Right. So he wanted to keep them free from what he calls stand user fuckery.
Jotaro's main reasoning for distancing himself from his daughter was to protect her. After Jotaro killed Dio at the end of Part 3, the threat of enemy stands still remained, particularly from those who were Dio's followers, like Pucci. Jotaro continued to investigate these and keep the world safe. Yeah, because he was also working with... He and Polnareff were also working with the Speedwagon Foundation.
Yeah.
By doing so, the possibility of his family being put in harm's way increased. This is what resulted in Jotaro's absence in Jolene's life.
I mean, like, this feels like, why didn't you put them in the secret underground city that is the Speedwagon?
Because he probably also wanted her to have a normal life. Well, as normal as possible.
While being a deadbeat dad.
Yeah, well, yeah.
While being a dead...
I mean, I imagine he provided for them in some ways, although he wouldn't bail her out.
And even then, one of the main things between them was failed communication. So he struggled to express any of his emotions.
Yeah, that's probably also a big problem.
Due to his introverted nature. And he failed to understand even how to comfort his daughter in any way.
Yeah.
That was the real failing of that moment of the reunion they had. So no, again, it's
even if he wasn't a deadbeat dad,
because
he was still an emotionally distant. Even if he'd been there, I think he would have been emotionally distant. So, like, probably still wouldn't have been a good dad.
Well, that's the thing with these settings, because in the same case as you would see with Vegeta, where he mellows out a bit towards his kids and cares for them the way a Saiyan usually wouldn't care for their offspring, but he does care for his kids. And so, even though JoJo is emotionally very, very introverted, the opening up could have happened if he'd actually stayed there and been with them.
Maybe.
Because that is a thing. His kids do need that. But again, we can't tell because it never happened. He was never around long enough to do that. So speculation is speculation.
Okay, where do we want to go from here?
Well, I would say to the guy from Distant Fathers to the guy who became a father for hundreds of people, the big man of One Piece, Whitebeard, the legendary pirate dad.
I think you're the only one who can talk to this because...
Yeah. What's One Piece?
So,
it's the truth.
All right, so in the Great Pirate Era began with Gol D. Roger sending all these people off after his famous treasure. Whitebeard was one of the crew of that original ship, of Gold Roger's original pirate crew, and he was incredibly powerful. In fact, his power was the tremor fruit, where he could literally cause quakes to happen anywhere, in the air, in the ground. Anything he hit would tremble as if it was under an earthquake's control. And so he was literally an earth shaker as far as the power he possessed went. And he formed his own pirate crew after that part of the adventure was done. We know him primarily through the characters that he... this is him on screen. We know him primarily through the characters that he protected and adopted. So the various pirates that became part of his crew and became loyal to him in the same way that the cast of One Piece becomes loyal to Luffy. Including Ace, Luffy's older brother. He is the one... Ace, you would think, would be very independent, just like Luffy, but on joining Whitebeard's crew, becomes his biggest supporter. He wants to see Whitebeard's dream come true, not his own. Which is a huge shift in the character for that that originally left Luffy behind. Whitebeard's power is so well known that him just showing up to a military base, for example, is enough to cause ceasefires. Right up until a very, very meaningful event where he is basically assassinated. One of his most famous traits is that every injury. What's a One Piece? Anyway, so one of his famous traits is that every injury he's ever received, every scar on his body, is on his front, because he turns to face danger and stands between other people and danger. He's never been hit from behind because he's never been betrayed. See? So he would always face a danger for other people, and he'd always protect people. And when we actually meet him in the series, when we actually see him for the first time, which is the picture we've got of him on our slides, he's showing up to try and rescue one of his adopted sons, Ace, who's been captured and is going to be executed at this giant military base. All the pirates are showing up for this. Luffy's there to try and fight his way in and save his brother. The rebel army has shown up to try and rescue their friend. The pirate lords are showing up to do, to try and stop Whitebeard, because the ones that work for the government and try to control the pirates are showing up to basically face off against.
Oh, I know. The One Piece is the bit of Ace that got punched out.
Oh,
that's the One Piece he needed.
Yep, get it.
Yep.
Sorry. Just.
Sorry. So the and at that point, Whitebeard has been injured by a fight from before, and so he's literally got some intubation hooked up to him, and has nurses on deck, making sure that he's safe, or that he's okay. But just like all the famous pirates, he seems to be completely happy to go ahead and start fighting again, even though he's injured. But it's at that event that we also see him fall. We see somebody betray him at long last and stab him in the back, which brings him down. A massive loss to the pirate community on that day, along with Ace. But
there's a
that man adopted basically hundreds of lost and angry pirates and turned them into a functioning community.
There's actually a biblical saying that is one of the few. I mean, I'm not. If you're a Christian, great, good for you. But it's one of the things in the Bible that I can actually kind of get behind, and it's no greater love hath a man than this, that he lay down his life for his brother. And I feel like that's kind of what you're edging toward here. Is this he loves? He's such a man. He's so loving that he will lay down his life to save others.
Yes, he will lay down his life to save any member of his crew, and frequently he was forced into a position where he would have had to, and it's his own power and skills that got him through. He's not uninjured in this world. He's taken hits. He's taken mortal blows almost when in other fights before, and that is how he's earned the trust of all these, basically the den of scum and villainy that is a normal pirate crew.
Yeah.
And he's turned all these pirates into a functioning community, one that was still willing to fight the Marines and the other and the Yonko, whatever they are, that work for the world government.
Compare that to somebody like Buggy the Clown, who just wants to surround himself with psychopaths and thieves.
Yeah, because it's just how he gets money. He's doing it for the wealth and the fame. He wants to be Pirate King because it makes him rich and famous, not because he's actually out there to save anyone. But Whitebeard was, it was on Gold Roger's crew and was just trying to get his crew together, a crew together to go back and get the One Piece to become the Pirate King. Because he thought, well, I'm the inheritor of it, as it were, But then he found a community. He found adoptive children and protected people. As I say, all his injuries come from standing between. All his injuries come from standing between the people he wants to protect and the danger that they're facing. And we're still seeing ripples of that in the arcs ever since, where former members of his crew have gone their own separate ways and still show up to help the people that he wanted to help. So when Luffy's in danger on one of the islands, one of Blackbeard's crew is actually passing through on his way to somewhere else and decides to help out just because Whitebeard would have wanted him to help out Ace's younger brother. So you think, hang on, that's usually pirates. They wouldn't do that. They'd join the other side if they thought there was some money in it.
Not these pirates.
Not all of them. No, the Whitebeard pirates are a family that will go on to still be relevant for the rest of the story, I'm sure.
All right, Xeno.
Giga dad with a giga moustache. So he's a giga dad with a giga moustache. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
And his One Piece is real.
All right. If we're ready to move on, Xeno, I have a question. So you've been quite a bit, and I mentioned this earlier. So, and I think you're the one to tell us how exactly is Bel Crenel one of the manliest men on this list.
I see,
I know you didn't put him on this list. That Thaylien put this list together.
I didn't put Dan Machi on here for Bell.
Oh, interesting.
But
you put it on there for Ganesh, right?
Dan Machi on here for the women, but
for Ganesh, yeah.
Yeah, Ganesh.
Ganesha. Anyway, how do I feel about Bell in this? I think one of the things that strikes me about Bell, regardless of how a lot of people, I think a lot of people would treat him as the more feminine coded. These words are difficult.
Bishonen.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, he's very much a pretty boy. He's very much in tune with his feelings and things. But the fact that he is in tune with his feelings, and in instances where he believes the best in characters, I feel is one of his most defining features. He knows someone that if they are betraying him, they've got to have a bloody good reason to doing it. And he doesn't take everything at face value. He understands that there could be more to the situation. Whereas a lot of, yes, I think Jotaro and Joseph would fall under the same thing, but characters like Goku and Vegeta, they would just take it at face value and oh, you've betrayed me. I will never recover from this for some reason.
I don't know about Goku. Goku might not do that, given how many... he even joined forces with Frieza in Super after Frieza... I think
that was his choice, though. I think that was his choice, though, wasn't it?
No, it was his... Wiz might have done it, but either way, Goku still learned to accept it and be fine with it in the end. Either way...
to be fair, I didn't even know that freaking 17 was back until... Super. But that's besides the point. So I feel that in reality, Bell has more characteristics towards what I would personally aspire to be a a manly man. The fact that he's even in tune with his own bloody feelings.
Yeah, it takes a lot of strength to be able to confront your own emotions, and people just don't play that. Don't give that enough credit.
Yeah,
I think it's fair to say
that is why
he's truly masculine as opposed to masculine, like toxic masculine coded.
I'd imagine that's why Ganesh is so strong.
Yeah.
He is fully in touch with his feelings and everyone else's feelings. He knows that they love Ganesha.
Oh,
anyway.
I love Ganesha.
Do we want to pivot at this point because we're over halfway through the show? And
yes, I was going to say it's time to talk about some womanliest women.
So I was going to say some honourable mentions then before we go would be Armstrong, of course, from Full Metal Alchemist, All Might from My Hero Academia.
No,
I know.
Dark Schneider from Bastard.
Yeah, Dark Schneider.
Yes. He's like every toxic masculine trait ever.
Yes.
And yet he's still got some good traits down below the surface too. It's weird.
Yes.
Down below
Ryder from Fate Zero.
Yeah.
Kamina.
Okay.
Definitely Kamina.
And then one that actually popped up on a list, and I had no idea people would even remember him, is the boss of the mining people from Laputa Castle in the Sky, whose name is Duffy. And
no idea.
He's so manly he could actually burst out of his shirt with muscles.
Oh no, I remember that now.
And his wife told him off, saying, "I'm not repairing that," and it instantly deflated.
Oh, and just because I see it on here, I would also say that Gojo from Jujutsu Kaisen has a lot of toxic masculinity in him too.
Definitely does. And finally, Jet Black from
hell yes,
Cowboy Bebop. Get you a man who can cook you bell peppers and beef without the beef.
Yeah.
Terrible joke.
So, yeah.
Right.
So on to the womanliest woman, and I thought the show to kind of highlight the difference in opinions on this one was "Are My Goddess," because you have two highly, well, later on even 3 and 4, but two highly contrasting women in this, in a show that is actually designed to highlight a more slice of life and more everyday kind of thing with a fantasy edge to it. On the one hand, you've got Belldandy, who is almost the quintessential homemaker.
Yeah.
She's calm, she's quiet-spoken, she's demure, and she's very loving, but she's also very skilled at cooking, homemaking activities, right? But then you compare that to her older sister, Erd, who is basically woman failure.
Yeah.
But incredibly good looking, definite waifu material. I could fix her. And she's there for a good time. She's definitely there for a long time because she's a goddess, but she's there for a good time primarily. And it's the contrast between the two that shows that you've got two very different types of woman in this. And the show's trying to highlight that
they're both
it wants you to think is...
Yeah. Neither one is
both exist.
A better choice than the other, essentially.
Yes. And that there is appeal in both sides.
Yeah.
And later on, they even bring in more. So, for example, they bring in a badass woman in the what's her name?
But
in the Valkyrie.
Would you say that this sort of reduces them to more one-dimensional characters?
If they didn't explore them, then yes. From if you just see them as a snapshot of the character from, say, episode 4, the kind of thing where they've just got the two of them doing some basic chatting and interacting, where Belldandy is trying to set up house with Geiji in the new shrine that they're living in, and Erd is just being a nuisance. Then you could see them being stereotypes. But over time, you then see them take on more roles. Belldandy, in one of her things, becomes Keiichi's sidecar supporter. literally being the one that anchors the movement. So he drives, and she's the one that actually ensures they can take corners and does perform some very, very extreme maneuvers, including leaning so far to one side that her helmet is half an inch from the floor at high speed. In these, in these,
that's showing she's not afraid to take some chances. She's not just a quiet housewife.
No, she will get involved in what he's good at and actually help him by being there and taking part as well.
Wait, how does that work?
What, have you not seen motorcycle and sidecar racing, Xeno?
No, but like, how could her... Like, they're taking a corner. The only corner that they could take...
Left turn, when you're on when the sidecar is on the left, right?
Yeah.
If you go around too fast, would typically tip it up and then overturn the bike. Right? So you'd have to... You put more weight, the same way you lean a motorcycle, but you can't lean a motorcycle in sidecars, so the people have to lean instead. So she leans into the curve so far to keep the weight. I have to
see this for myself.
Balanced.
I have to.
All right.
This. Naz, can you see if you can find this? Because this does not compute.
Yeah. Do we want to pause?
Yeah. Let's pause for a second. Case resume for me.
Should I try to include that clip, like maybe here as we're coming back in?
Maybe.
Yeah. You choose what you want to do. But yeah, so like for me, the main thing was that was not how I was expecting it to visually look in things. So so for everyone's benefit, we looked at like a real world scenario and then the anime, and it's just like, oh, okay. So yeah, I 100% understand the physics now. There's physics.
Indeed.
So
Beldandi shows that she can actually be part of his hobbies, be part of his world, and help him in that way, whereas the rest of the anime and story for Erd shows just how much that the party girl is a facade for her. Erd is one of those actual genuine tragic stories, both in the anime and in the lore behind the Three Fates. Erd's destined to have all of her experiences be in the past. She will never find love again, as it were, because she experienced love, it's now gone, so she's the goddess of the past, and she won't find that again. In the anime, of course, it turns out that one of the reasons for her tragedies is that her mother is in fact a demon. And
worse, she's a bitch.
Yes, really hot bitch, but so Erd has grown up with this conflict that when she uses her powers, her wings, one is white and one is black, to show that she's actually half and half. So they actually go through her story and bring some peace to her as well by exploring that side of the story, dealing with her mother, dealing with the world that she's grown up with, and trying to give her some healing. So the tropes that they fall into, if you just take that snapshot, are thoroughly dealt with by the end of the series.
Especially for a slice of life show, this one is honestly not that bad. I don't think I would go back and rewatch it, but I do not regret actually watching it when I did.
So he claimed.
So, with that as the baseline, let's have a look at some of the others that crop up on the list. So, one that Nasuth raised and is definitely on the list is Noi from Dorohedoro.
Can't forget about Noi.
Yeah. Now,
well, I don't think it's just Noi either. It's also I can't remember her name. The one on the screen right now. They're both very womanly women in their own way.
Yes. So a lot of people point out how muscular Noi is and say, no, that's a masculine trait. No,
not necessarily.
Being muscular is not masculine or feminine. It's entirely how you act with it and why you've done it. So Noi is just really strong, but she's also.
But she's such a great, like when she takes the mask off and she's just being her. She's so girly. Yes. She's so girly.
Nikaido.
Yes, thank you.
See, okay. Let me finish everything I'm going to say.
Okay.
I do feel that being very butch is a masculine trait. However, going against the fact that it is masculine is a very womanly trait, right?
Yeah.
Doing it in the face of adversity because she can is 100% all right. So I can see, like, you know, two sides to this. I see it as both traits, not a none.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. But there are those that would argue that the masculine traits cancel out the feminine traits. And that is not the case at all.
That's so stupid. Yeah.
So,
are people not allowed to be well-rounded and complex individuals?
Exactly.
Nasuth, you're a man. You can't feel things.
Shit, you're right. Fuck.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's another thing.
Not really.
I think that's another thing to mention is that while we are talking about manliest and womanliest, there's nothing wrong with being a femme-coded man with some masculine traits or a butch-coded woman with some feminine traits, you know.
Well, that's why Bell came up on this for Xeno.
Exactly.
Because he's very much a cute, feminine-appearing man, but his actions and the way he comports himself in general make him manly.
And I think the same is true with Noi.
That makes him...
She's very butch-coded, but when you actually get to know her, that's just the appearance. There's, you know, that's actually not her.
Can I pivot ever so slightly away from Dorohedoro?
Sure.
While we're...
Yeah.
And the one I want to talk about is all of the female characters from Tojima Wants to Be a Kamen.
Right.
So it's really interesting because I introduced this to a friend and I was like, hey, check out this show and thing. And we were watching the dub. It's absolutely fantastic that Tojima is voiced by the same person that does Dio Brando. But that's not here nor there. It's the fact that every female character is pretty muscular and super stacked, right? They are...
I don't know that the Shocker girlfriend is particularly muscular, but she is really strong stacked. because she's a stalker or Shocker troop, and that enhances her strength. So even then, she may not look physically strong, but boy is she.
I'm mostly talking about the bosom here.
Yeah.
They all the female characters, bar one, have the same body build, right? And I made comment of this, and I was like, you know, I kind of wish that they'd actually give us some variety in the build. And then my friend turned around and was like, right, but would you rather variety in the build or the variety in the personality that they do currently have?
Yeah.
And I'm like, you're right. I'd rather keep the personality one. So...
Although, why can't we have both?
Well, I mean, that is a good question. Why can't we have both? But at the same time, if I had to have one, I would rather the mental difference than the physical one, right?
I'd also say that there are some... The differences might be more subtle compared to the male characters. But they're definitely there. Like, Tak is definitely more muscular than Shocker Girlfriend. They are both stacked.
Yeah.
And they both have really, you know, big wide hips and thick thighs. But I would say Tak is way more muscular, too. So, like, there are definitely differences.
How far into the series are you?
I haven't actually watched any of the second half. I really need to.
Yeah, you'd really follow what I'm putting down if you had.
Yeah, I really only have the two characters to talk about, unfortunately.
Yeah, there's a whole plethora afterwards, and they're like, are any of them gonna look slightly different? Yeah. So
I wonder how much of that is also true to the original, though, because the writers were mostly men, and I wonder how many of the female side characters looked similar in that because they wanted to have, the hot girl side character.
Well, no, because in the original... Are we talking about the original Kamen Rider series? The original Kamen Rider shows?
Not necessarily just the first one with Rider 1, but yes, in general.
So I can't talk about the... Oh, God, is it Heisei or Showa that's first?
I don't remember.
No. I can't really talk about the Heisei era, right? So, first off, for everyone's benefits... the Japanese year system works based on who their current emperor is, right? So you will have like the first Heisei year, the second Heisei year, so on and so forth. That is who the emperor is. Then you have the Showa era. Also, I didn't know this until relatively recently. Their royal family only has one name each. Right, so it's like the crown prince such and such, the crown princess such and such.
Oh, it was Showa first. It was Showa and then Heisei.
It was Showa first. Right, okay. So the Showa era, I don't really know much about, but in the Heisei era, a lot of the female characters were not beautified in any way, shape, or form. Right, a lot of them were treated like
that's because we were trying to head into like the 90s and stuff. Yeah.
Yes, so I'm not entirely sure, but I don't think they would have actually stemmed that far away from it. I don't think they would have looked to sexualize the female characters, the side characters, not the writers.
Yeah, the bits we've seen of Tak definitely were not as sexualized as the Tak we see, the Tak V2.
Yes, yeah. So it's really interesting, but again, it's... These are, strong characters, strong female characters, so on and so forth.
Oh God, yeah.
Are they hinged? I don't know. They might be pretty unhinged.
But so are the guys, so it's all fair game.
Yes, but like, are these qualities that I would like to comment on whether or not these characters are womanliest, right? Like, again, we're treading deep into the minefield of these definitions. But I really wanted to highlight this in terms of the visual aesthetic for the female characters in Tojima.
Yeah. So I'd like to step on a landmine actually in this one.
Oh God!
Because this.
No! Is it Beheneko? It's going to be Beheneko.
No.
Thank God.
D.
Oh.
Okay.
Because this is a harem show, and the women, despite being strong women for the most part, are definitely there to fill out a roster of appearances.
Yeah. They're not all the same body type, but they're all very specific body types, I think is what he's saying.
Yes. Then the Rias glazing in this particular sense is absolutely insane, with the amount of both fan service and characters that fall all over themselves to praise her is kind of
she's the
crazy.
Komi of the demon world, everyone loves her.
Fair point.
So at no point in time do I think realistically any of the characters in this show, all 4 seasons of it, have redeeming qualities in them that I would classify as womanliest. The vast majority of the female characters in this show kind of exist to serve the...
One-dimensional.
They are a
no,
woman.
I'd give them two-dimensional.
That's
two-dimensional male protagonist.
No. Sorry, I was saying they're one-dimensional.
Kind of, but not all of them.
I kind of feel like the one character that is
gotta have at least 2 dimensions to be thick.
I think the one character that has the most dimension to her is Akano, who's the
second in command, the Witch of Lightning.
Yeah. So I thought it was Priestess of Lightning.
Oh, sorry, Priestess of Lightning.
Yeah. But the point is that, like, you know, much
she's
like
the Onesan
Earth,
type.
she's actually part fallen angel, right? So she's part fallen angel, part
the aura
devil,
to that aura.
and it gives her more depth to her character things. But I honestly do not think there's any real.
I mean, it's a harem show, so yeah.
I mean, like the only thing I could. The only thing, yeah, I mean, it really does not help. The only thing I think that would potentially be redeemable is, you know, Rias's strategic mind. Like, you know, she is smart, right? But she also pretty much does it all for Issei. So it's like, well, you know.
Yeah.
Could have been better.
Okay. So, again, potential landmine, but good comparison here would be the sisters from One Punch Man, Tatsumaki and Fubuki.
Okay.
You mean Blizzard and Tornado?
Yeah.
Blizzard and Tornado.
Oh, that's the wrong one. Sorry.
So, Blizzard and Tornado, or Tatsumaki and Fubuki, are portrayed very differently from in the original comic done by One to the manga that's been redrawn for him, and then different again in the anime. And the redeeming factor of this is the comedy, because while both are fully grown adult women, as it were, they are presented very differently.
Oh, I've seen a meme about this floating around lately.
Which one is that?
Oh, the one where, like, all the older sisters look younger, or all the mothers look younger.
Yes. Yeah, there is that, yes. But that's put down to... I think there's something about that being put down to Tatsumaki's... Tatsumaki's power manifesting too strongly and inhibiting her full growth. Still, the... As much of a meaning as it pertains. The way that... sorry, it is really distracting.
Oh, sorry.
Through animes. I want to see the memes too. I do.
No, not allowed.
So Tatsumaki's role, Tornado's role, is to be the angry small woman with a way too much power, being overly protective over her sister, and being impatient and wanting things to be got on with, so that because she's powerful enough to sort out almost all of the problems that you'll see on her own.
Sorry, I had to post that one for Xeno.
Meanwhile, Fubuki, or Blizzard, is nowhere near as strong as her sister, but is presented as a fully grown woman with strangely demure taste. So she's fully dressed and fully covered from, like, neck to wrist to... Oh dear. Yeah, the older sister, younger sister. There it is. You found it.
Yeah. I was trying to include that.
So, Fubuki's thing, she's covered from neck to wrist to ankle in her dress. And the artist in the manga had to be a bit creative with some of his the way he presented her to make her look more fan servicey from that. But as it goes, they're in there for the comedy, both of them. Fubuki because she gets ignored by everyone all the time, and Tatsumaki because she's a gremlin.
She's a sassy child.
So, yes, she's a sassy lost child. Definitely. Emphasis on the lost. Actually, I think the funniest scene I've ever seen her in was where Saitama tells her that, no, we're taking this outside, we're not going to fight in here. grabs her in a hug, like a body hug, and leaps through the ceiling. And when the time comes, the fight's over, and they want to go back. Tatsumaki actually steps forward and say, "Well, take us back then," as it, with this, like, as if she's expecting him to hug her again and take her back that way. And it's one of the most adorable moments where she realizes what she's done and like blushes and flies away very, very quickly. Bit of tsundere in there, but they are there for the comedy roles, and the physical presentation by the original manga author has been specifically to highlight, the gremlin versus the ignored the whole way through, which is very, very different to the way they're presented. Women are presented in other shows. I kind of like the contrast.
I kind of feel that. See, I don't like the comment when it comes to the female characters in. I mean, I've read it a lot more than I've watched it, but Blizzard's
because there's only one
appearance. Touché. But the in the manga, Blizzard's dress is like defying physics because, like,
ways.
I hate how
she's holding it up psychically.
I'm talking about Blizzard, not Tornado.
Oh, Blizzard. Sorry. Yes. Oh my god.
Yeah. The problem I have, this became a massive thing in American comics where all female superheroes wearing spandex, all their spandex has to cup their boobs as if basically they're wearing body paint. And I hate it.
The one that really annoys me is the way it dips into the belly button now. Like, there's so many anime characters wearing, like, tight dresses.
Yes.
And it looks like they have suction cup belly buttons. And it's like, what the fuck?
Tornado and Blizzard both have this.
Yep.
Right? And it just feels wrong. I also hate the fact that there's only one female character on the entirety of the S-rank heroes.
Mm.
And it's just like, okay, like, are we going for some DEI crap here? Like, what's the deal? Like, there are so many elements to this that I just feel like I don't feel like there's any redeeming qualities in Blizzard or Tornado. I'd probably argue that the fact that Blizzard gets humbled and humbled hard is probably like the most redeemable quality, but it's still not something I want to use as a label to put on womanliest woman. Right? It's like, again,
okay,
One Punch Man is not the greatest area to look in because the vast majority of the characters are kind of one-dimensional. They're all about the fight, apart from Saitama, right? Saitama wants to live. He wants to be a hero for fun. Was that what the saying was?
Essentially,
a hero for fun because he was actually looking for a decent fight. He realized he'd become too strong and wanted something to be exciting again.
Yeah, he also wants to live a normal life. His home gets absolutely destroyed. Is that for Nasuth?
Yes.
Yeah, so Nasuth, if you check Discord, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Like, I hate that in terms of dresses and things like that. But regardless.
That is technically possible, but it is pretty annoying that it happens so much now. Yeah.
Yeah. But at the same time, it's I just don't. I hate how one-dimensional so many characters are in these shonen shows, and they're the ones that are used as the manliest man, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
They're not
necessarily good role models.
Yes. On a complete tangent. Oh no, I've lost deckboard. Here we go. It is actually a Shonen Jump, but I'd actually argue is a seinen. Is that it? It's Chainsaw Man, right? The
I was going to go the sister angle and go and talk about JJK, but yeah, you go first.
So the big thing with the female characters in Chainsaw Man is, again, like the diversity in personality.
Yeah.
Yes. We have Makima, we have Reze, we have Power, we have Kobene?
Yeah, the frightened one, yeah.
Yeah, and I can't remember the name of the one with the eye patch.
Yeah.
There is a lot of interesting quirks to all these characters, right? It makes them feel a lot more alive. No, that's not her.
That's not
the second one. The second
Himeno.
Himeno. Yeah. So, yeah, like it's all these characters make them feel like dysfunctional human beings. Do they have elements of them that make them womanliest woman? Maybe Reze. But at the same time, Reze's whole agenda. Spoilers. I'm not going to get into it.
Well, yeah. I think actually Himeno has she tries to cover up those traits though, because she doesn't want to appear vulnerable, and so we only see those traits in her sometimes. And I think that adds its own level of complexity to her as well. But
so
you're not wrong.
Yes and no. I mean, the fact that I think it's comparable when you look at Kaiju number 8's party scene. So in Kaiju number 8, they have this big welcome to the company party, to the Kaiju Defense Force party thing. They kind of have a similar thing with the public security. I can't remember what the term is in Chainsaw Man, but basically the demon hunting government force. Whatever, I can't remember what it's called. They have a similar thing, but they are so dysfunctional. The fact that Power is just eating like everyone's food. This is my food. The fact that Kobene is just too timid to actually stand up for herself. And then there's the whole thing between Himeno? Was that her?
Himeno, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and Denji is just like, ugh, I don't want to describe that scene.
Yeah, there are other problems with that. But yeah, I think
there's portions of the internet that would pay for that.
I think it works because everyone
need to go get help.
In Chainsaw Man is like broken and deeply flawed. And so while these aren't necessarily traits to aspire to, they are still
believable.
Yeah, and even work towards the genders that have them in these cases.
I mean, that's it's a perfect example of the fact that yes, these characters are flawed, but they want to do other things than just go fight the next big bad.
Exactly.
Right. That's the big problem with One Punch Man. They want to do is just fight the next big bad.
Power and that's her cat, right? Like that is such a that is such a thing. Oh. Yeah.
And that brings up a couple of the other shows that I've put on the list here. For example, going on to fight the next big bad, Urza Scarlet from Fairy Tail.
Sorry, who?
Urza Scarlet from Fairy Tail.
Urza. It's not Elza, just like it's not.
It's fucking Elza. Shut up. I will smack you. I'll smack you so it's Elza.
Do you promise? Every time it works.
This is where Thaylien displays non-manly characteristics.
What's her last name?
Scarlet.
Just call her Scarlet-san.
Yep. Or Angry Woman with the Swords.
There you go.
Her entire bit is that she's training to take on the next big bad, and she's going to do it with full force and as many swords as she can possibly get hold of. And yet people put her in as very womanly for some reason. I'm guessing it's just the milkers
right on screen right now. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. The little wings on her hairbun, you mean? It's so cute. No, so that's again, it's a failing of that, is that her entire shtick is reduced to the one note, because there's so many characters in Fairy Tail that she's just become the bit, as it were. She's committed to making herself stronger through her requip magic.
Could she just as easily be replaced with a male character in terms of story, like making it more of a classic shonen with a male lead instead of a female lead?
No, see, I think there's a small difference in the nature of the character. I think ultimately the answer is yes, Nasuth, no matter which way you look at it, because you just have to recode the character a lot. But the things that Elsa aspires to is making sure that she takes the brunt of the damage so that the rest of her friends and family, that's how she sees it, doesn't. Like, she will take the hard fight so that her as I say, friends and family, not her teammates, not her guild, her friends and family don't have to fight, right? So
yes, but she will train her friends and family so that they can fight.
Yes, yeah.
And so that even if she can't do that, then they have their own options, and she will push as far as she can for that as well.
I do feel that a male character can attribute to these. No, I got it. Can work to these. How do I word
I was gonna say
this?
that basically sounds like most male shonen protagonists. They want to be this, like Goku. Even he wants to be the one that's strong. Well, he wants to be the one that's strong to fight the other strong guys, but he also wants to be like the one protecting his friends and family.
Yes, but he does it as more of a shield protecting, whereas I feel that the way that Elsa's been written, she's more trying to be that mother, big sister, eldest sister, trying to. Does that make sense? It's kind of the motivation.
You could have a big brother.
Half the reason that the other members of Fairy Tail are scared of her is because they're guys and she's not, and she will
kick their
batter
ass.
them in it and make them feel less manly because they've been beat by a woman at the same time. She's just scary with it in the first place. So I think that's there for part of the bit there, and you can compare her as well to the other side of things. I think you take the same character but take away all the moral compass, and you get Revi from Black Lagoon.
You're not wrong.
Invert the moral compass, and you've just got Revi, who is going to go around with as many guns as she can get hold of and shoot bad guys because...
And drink and smoke.
It's fucking fun. It's hilarious to her. It's a job and it's a hobby to be as badass as she possibly can at all times. And when she can't be, to basically sleep through the day and drink and smoke.
I think
because that's just fun.
I think the big thing about weirdly enough, the qualities of Revi are the toxic masculine guy qualities that it's you don't want to see this in a person at all,
in anyone,
right?
Yeah.
But unless you have anything else you want to follow up with Revi, I kind of want to pivot back from from Elsa to Frieren.
Yeah, well, I was going to finish up on them. So, I mean, if you think it's getting to the point where we should be finishing,
we are getting pretty close. Yeah.
We are getting pretty close.
Before you go to Frieren, then I was going to say, just to pick another character that doesn't mind smacking someone in the face, for justifiable reason, is Scarlet from May I Ask for One Final Thing.
You're not wrong there.
She will punch a fish.
Just justifiable crash outs.
I think one redeeming quality of Scarlet, though, is that she tries to maintain this degree of professionalism, of etiquette, and nobility that is expected of her until effectively she is let off the leash to bring sweet justice.
So the phrase, I think it says, it's a French phrase, noblesse oblige, where it's what the nobles are obliged to do. You know, the way they're supposed to comport themselves, the way they're supposed to project a certain aura of respectability at all times, the way they're supposed to deal with other people. And she's had that full etiquette training in her upbringing. And so that's how she believes she should behave. But she is not going to let a bitch go unpunched.
Yeah.
And that's kind of fun. I like that. And it's a great character trait to have, especially when she quite daintily puts on gloves to make sure she doesn't damage her knuckles with it.
Daintily.
Oh.
Damn, she got the 6 eyes?
It's a Gojo reference.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's this thing for whitehead waifus. You know, Xeno has Scarlet here, I have Erd, Nasuth has Gojo.
Right.
But thinking of white-haired waifu characters, let's round up with Frieren.
So I feel that with Frieren, like that's not Frieren, that's Sander. Why is? Oh, I bet it's because of the stupid name thing again, isn't it?
Must be.
Do you want to talk about it first, and then I'm going to fix it?
There are a lot of...
Yeah, sure. So I was going to...
A lot of really good... Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, a lot of really good what?
Oh, women characters in Frieren that have very different feminine traits to each other.
Yes. And I like the fact that Frieren and Fern are two contrasting views on it, as our characters. But both are very introverted in a sense. Both are very stoic and don't react very much to things. Unless it is, you know, a genuinely, oh god, we're about to be attacked by a monster, moment. You know, something where they will run away with Stark carrying them. But you have got those elements of girl failure in Frieren, where she can't get up in the morning, she can't do her own hair properly, she will just drift on by in the world. But at the same time, she is definitely a girly girl when she can be. She's very much interested in her own, in making sure she's clean, well presented, and
she's interested in others' dating lives.
She will, and she wants to, in the same way, take care of people like a big sister or mother would, when she's got that mood on her. And you contrast that with Fern, who is very much a caregiver and will sit there and do Frieren's hair for her, because that's, you know, the it's what she has to do, as it were.
It's sort of the comedy of, even though Frieren is the older one, Fern is the more mature one.
In that respect, yes. But then Fern still comes to her to talk when something new presents itself, when, say, you know, there's Stark invites her on a date.
Less experienced, but more mature.
Yeah. And that still amuses me. So, have you been asked on a date before? Well, yes. Oh, well, of course you haven't. I mean, what?
Yeah.
Yeah. Fern loves being given gifts and taken out to places to where she can experience new things, and she does want to experience life as a normal girl, but she kind of knows she isn't. She is a mage, and so she has to act as a mage should. And
there are also times where Fern sort of seems like the younger one again, like you said, when she asks for advice, or when Frieren praises her for her clean clothes spell.
Yes, getting the clean clothes spell, that's a good one. Or when she's been annoyed, and you can tell that she's been annoyed by somebody treating her the wrong way. So she throws a little tantrum, not a big one, just a little tantrum. So she'll hit Stark when he needs it, or she'll tie Frieren's hair wrong and painfully braid it wrong.
I saw some memes recently about her being jealous that other people get some want to have Frieren's attention.
A little bit. Where were you? You wanted to bring it to this. So, what were you going to say?
So, I think one of the big things with Frieren is she will often take responsibility for things that are not thrust upon her, right? So, during the course of the first class mage exam, right, she was doing the I can't remember what the name of the damn bird is, but Stiller, that was it. So she took it upon herself to help her partners, her teammates, and help the team win, right? She didn't just do everything herself, even though she could have. She actually had the others participate and help out as well. Again, with a lot of the side quests that they do, along the way, it's a case of she takes responsibility for things where realistically she's under no obligation to. And that is kind of the parallel with Elsa's, the fact that she could just, I'm going to look after myself, I'll look after my team, but we'll do our fair share. Again, both of them will take the responsibility of making sure everything is done right. Yes, there are instances where Frieren can't do X or Y, and Elsa would just, sword it up until she does succeed. With Frieren, she acknowledges her limitations, right? But I will highlight that both Frieren and Fern, they're still kids at heart. They're still very much growing up. They are still young at, they're just young at heart. I think that's the best way of putting it.
Frieren may be
young,
much older and more experienced, but she's still, compared to other elves, she's still young.
Not just that, but her attitude of sleeping poorly or having someone else do her hair. In reality, Frieren really struggles to take care of herself.
It's because those things don't matter to her. She's all about the tomes.
Yeah. Grimoires.
But it's down to both Frieren and Fern to help the other function. I
think this show's also really good for strong masculine characters too. I mean, we have the Hero Himmel would have done it meme for all the times that guys in real life have helped out in situations where a lot of people might not.
But I feel it's a very short list though, because I wouldn't feel saying that about Stark is correct. I wouldn't feel. Yes, genuinely, I don't feel like that is correct for Stark. I do feel that later in life, going on what the flashbacks and things like that, what Heiter did was amazing. I can't speak to Eisen, but
we know the priest was kind of a lecture.
Yeah.
Well, he wasn't a lecture. But at the same time, drunk.
Well, yeah, fair enough. A lush, there we go. But at the same time, he also, clearly had a strong moral code, as to him as well, and a strong caretaker code with taking in Fern and taking care of her.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
So, it's we do see some semi-decent male characters in this, but in reality, the best ones are, Frieren and Fern, and even I can't remember her name, the one that's the living grimoire. She's an absolute fucking cow. It's like, what
say that.
is, like, she's just warbent. She's just hellbent the entire time. Her whole purpose was undercut by the fact that Frieren and Himmel and Yeeture and Eisen went to go beat the Demon King, and wait, you beat me to it? It's like, well, yeah, you're taking too long. You've had thousands of years. Why the hell are you still sat? Is it Cien? I can't remember. I really can't remember her name. All she wants is just a bloody mage army.
That's fair. So, to round this out with a few honourable mentions, there are the genuinely crazy ones, such as Albedo from Overlord, Mei from Jujutsu Kaisen. There is Kuromi Tokisaki from Data Live.
Is it wrong to pick up bills in the dungeon?
Yes.
What?
There's also that. Then there's the ones that hit things really hard, like Mario Leona from Black Clover. There's obviously, we don't talk too much about Oda girls from One Piece, such as Boa Hancock and Princess Vivi, because we're not going to get into them. A good honourable mention is actually Captain Hibana from Fire Force, because she's obviously a very strong female
I was also
captain.
thinking a Sherpa from Golden Kamui.
Yes, that's another good one. 18 from DBZ. We mentioned her, but didn't actually get around to talking about her.
Maki and Mai from Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yes. Yororichi and Orihime from Bleach. Two very different feminine characters.
I will honestly say, even Faye Valentine,
Yeah.
yes, she is a femme fatale, and that is not necessarily a desirable trait, but she is, in every imaginable way, a womanly woman.
And, of course, we can't forget the loving and plush velvety softness of Arya from Beheneko.
Knew it was coming.
You just didn't know what form to take. All right.
That's what most of the people said when they were watching it too. It's coming.
Right. Regretting his life choices right now.
Right.
Why was I so ill? I didn't. Yeah. I think one of the key important things when it comes to humanliest human.
Yeah, there we go.
Is it's just like, one, being in touch with your feeling, two, doing it for the right reason, and three, being a responsible human being.
Yeah. Really, when you get down to it, admirable traits are just admirable traits. Doesn't matter which gender has them. Mm-hmm. We should all potentially aspire to just adopt them all.
Yeah.
Indeed. I, for one, welcome my motorbiking, but also homely housewife characters that have full range of hobbies and emotions.
Anyway, moving on. Right, so on to the supporter questions before Thaylien ruins it further. Zrugal says, if you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, welcome back. Please take a second to hit those like and subscribe buttons so YouTube recommends you our next video. I'm not sure if it will. Zrugal also says, if you were in a heist, what anime character would you take with you? You pick how many and what their roles are, but you'll need to split the loot evenly. Mr. Satan. That's it. That's all I need. He can talk his way out of bloody anything. It's not a heist. We're just cleaning the money. It'll work. It'll bloody work.
Satoru Gojo, because who's going to stop him from doing anything he fucking wants?
Yeah.
Isn't he currently in a box?
Yes, it makes them easy to transport.
Heist Planner says... Sorry, Nasuth, did you say someone?
Thaylien stole mine.
Okay.
Of course it is.
Heist Planner says...
Actually, no. Joseph Joestar with his old man Joseph Joestar, because he'll just use Hermit Purple to do it.
Heist Planner says, while it's usually cute to see shows where the grizzled old veteran type has to deal with a young and energetic new partner, like Copcraft and that other god-awful show that Thalien's watching this season, seeing as the Kanpai crew are all old and grizzled, how would you actually deal with a sidekick of your own? I'd probably kick him a lot.
God, yeah. Do you know how hard it is to deal with anyone under 30?
Yes. Unfortunately, I have an apprentice. I have two apprentices. One is no longer an apprentice. And yeah, as fun as it is to teach, the ideal thing is to give them a task that they can do for about 4 hours without
away
supervision.
From you.
Yeah, away from me.
Oh dear.
Have either of them 6'7"'d you?
No, because believe it or not, they are over 20 years old. Even though they were born in this millennium.
They're print maxing.
And then and then Heist Planner also says, now that you have an energetic and talented sidekick, would you take them on the heist with you, or would you try to leave them behind?
I would set them up to be the fall guy with Patsy.
Yeah.
No, but they're associated with you,
let
so
them
they
get some
can't.
experience.
Yeah.
No, I would have to take them with me because specifically, if you leave them on their own, they'll try and help out and interfere at the wrong moment and wreck everything.
That's true. That is true.
Right. Yeah. Wish. Right, moving on to the comments from last week. First of all, we have the news. John Shell says, news for views, not dues, but twos. I mean, it does come out on Tuesday.
It's on the Tuesday.
Zrugel says, news. A few more sad stories than usual. Yep. I'm not surprised that the author of 100 Girlfriends who really... I'm more surprised that the author of 100 Girlfriends who really... I'm adding the correct number of readies here. Really love you. Is a woman than I am that that it's going on hiatus. A $60.5 million Pikachu card and necklace thing is crazy. Yep. Neat.
Logan Paul having any relevance in 2026 is crazy.
You have to read it.
Neat. I hope that...
you have to read
that one for some reason. I hope...
No.
Neat. I hope Vending Machine Season 3 is better than Season 2.
Yeah, I hope that too. I hope that any Season 2 is better than... Or Season 3 is better than Season 2.
If only it had happened. Right. If only it had happened for Shield Hero, alas.
Yeah.
Right, moving on to the cast. So, Zrugel says, Kanpai!
Kanpai!
I usually listen to YouTube, sometimes while playing stuff. Oh, interesting. I'm really enjoying an adventurer's daily grind at age 29. I'm laughing at a bunch of the jokes and shenanigans. I'm excited to see more. I'd give it an acquired taste 4-star. Not saying Xeno's full of crap. Probably am, to be fair. I'm just liking it more than him. That's fair.
It's important to remember, Xeno is always wrong.
I am definitely not seeing that Xeno is full of crap.
But
he's getting there.
The other show I recently started was The Demon King's Daughter is Too Kind. That one I'm actually genuinely
really
enjoying.
like that one. Yeah, he's told me about how much he enjoys it.
So, I'm interested in hearing what Nasuth has to say after watching Wash It All Away.
I'm not.
If he does,
I'm not. There's no way.
Yeah. Right. I started Census to be a hero, but I'm not caught up. My advice: Don't. I skipped a few reviews to avoid spoilers. Thank you for timestamps. You're welcome.
Very welcome.
Yep. Thaylien actually goes through and makes sure that they're all correct. I did not know about cheese caves. What do you mean most of the time?
No, he did know about the Chief's Caves. He did.
Yeah.
Which is good.
He did.
Because
sorry. Yes.
a lot of people don't know about the Chief's Caves.
I'm not against AI memes, like Xeno said, as long as they're not for profit. Yep. Great episode, guys. Memes were great. And thanks for the reviews. Strong Michelle says,
very welcome.
Memes this week were great. I didn't actually start Change Soldier yet. My watch list is so full at the moment. I feel like I'm rarely having time to chip away at it. Good reviews, gents. Thanks. I mean, to be fair, I've dropped the vast majority of the shows I've started this season. And he says Kanpai. Right, so we've spoken about the memes. It is that time of the week. It is time for some memes. You can submit your viewer memes in the Discord. We will blind react to them. We have a lovely individual who goes through the memes for us ahead of time and, adds them to the system. So you get a live, delicious response in real time. I can't find the clicker. That's because it's crashed. Never mind.
What a weird... Okay, right, we got 6 memes, and the first 3 are video memes. So let's just hop on in those. That one motherfucker in every friend group. Oh, I used to do that.
What's it on?
Oh yeah, that's different. Okay, I never did that. What the fuck?
I've had friends do that. I'm just like, just give it to me. I'll eat it.
I mean, if it's pickles, sure, 100%. And tomato, I suppose. All right.
Just whatever. I don't like wasting food.
You are so picky.
Yes. Yep.
Also, whenever someone talks...
Shit. There we go. Continue.
Whenever someone talks to you about some inane shit that AI told them.
Oh, God, yeah.
Also, when I mentioned Bleach...
Sorry, what? I didn't hear that.
It's not wrong.
Anyway.
Yeah, let's move on. This is the job application one again.
Yeah.
And the light in her eyes.
God, I love that scene so much. So much.
Yeah. We should just rewatch Connoisseur.
All right.
It's important.
When your kink comes up in vanilla conversation and you have to act shocked and appalled. Yep.
Can't believe people would just talk about uvulas like that.
Anime waifus. God. White-haired anime waifus. Who would think of that?
I'm a 90s kid. No, you're a 30-year-old man.
I wish. I wish I was a 30-year-old man again.
Yeah. And the last viewer meme. Pick your starter!
Oh my god.
Now, the one I saw used the Duolingo bird, but and a different one for this too, but otherwise basically the same.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because it's literally almost the same animal base for the starter, just with cuntier eyes.
Anyway,
I can't believe you just let that C word slip out. Then again, they are slippery. It's like the third time I've used that joke. I should stop doing that. Anyway, my first one's a video meme. What bro thinks will happen after buying a $300 fragrance? It won't happen, and neither will Axe. Just stop pouring Axe on yourself. It's not good. It's not good. You're killing your. Anyway, I'm moving on. How sisters fight in anime? How sisters fight in real life?
Oh yes, Detroit Smash.
15-year-old teenagers in the 80s versus 15-year-old teenagers in 2026.
No wrong.
Just saying. I'm just saying, you know?
Well, that's because that's what 15-year-old teenagers looked like in the 80s.
Yeah,
All
exactly.
the smoking did that to them.
Yeah. Yeah. Good
By
times.
their mums when they were being born.
Switching off my phone so it can rest versus switching off my phone so it can restart. Trusting people? Yeah, that was a major slip up.
Brilliant.
Second season.
And my last one,
no.
this one I got from Evil Pig. To them, words are merely a means to deceive humans into giving up their jobs.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So Meta, Gemini, OpenAI,
Claude.
Anthropic,
Grok.
Yeah,
Grok.
I don't know what the
Deep
whale one is.
Search? I think it's Deep
Could be.
Search. I don't know what that weird thing at the end is.
Thank you, Evil Pig. This was great. So he posted it on his server, and I was like, "Oh man, I need that."
Yeah, he's stealing it.
All right, Thaylien is starting off with a video meme.
Mm-hmm. It's everyone arguing who's the fastest. The cameraman.
True.
Yep.
Absolutely. When they announced a new Ava series. When the Ava series is going to be animated by Cloverworks. Oh my. When the Ava series is going to be written by Nier creator Yoko Taro.
Yeah. Yeah. This is it's going to be insanity. And if you want to know more about it, watch Kanpai News, because we talk about it this week.
Oh, fuck.
So, since I was young, Miss Frieren drilled into me the importance of knowing ancient Elvish.
Yes.
What's
yes.
this?
Yes.
Fantastic racial slurs against demons and how to use them.
Yeah,
Oh my
I've seen this one. This is so good. The racist Frieren meme is just, I don't know why, but it's so incredible.
It's so funny.
Oh, basically, the animated
Oh, that's so mean. Oh,
it is.
And yet
Oh,
weirdly
this is
wholesome.
even worse, though.
yes.
Yujiro
Yeah.
Hanma coat hangers are officially coming in autumn of 2026.
We also cover this in the news.
My God.
And your last one, which is also a video meme.
How dare you treat me like this? I swear the second you let go, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you! Notified shit first! Not literally!
Okay, some
The dub has no
dubs.
emotion. Yeah, explain this.
Okay,
Yep.
some dubs. Some dubs. Sure. All right, Xeno's first two are video memes, and his second one is spicy, so prepare yourself for that. The fuck? What the fuck?
So basically, what you can do with some AI models is if you provide it the animation like of something, you can then get another character to then animate in that way. But the AI model doesn't know how to handle a whole load of what was going on the screen. So it just basically had the guy taking off his or ripping off his pants.
Huh. Huh. I see what's on AI's mind.
Yep.
All right. And the spicy
Spicy.
one.
Try and scream, and I'll choke you with my breasts.
You already know I'm obsessed with this. I can't get enough.
I feel like Mineta would have been better, but yeah.
Still good. Yes, Miss Kobayashi, I'm a Joe star.
Nani? Alright! Oh, and your last three are video memes.
Yep.
Question. I have a dream that I have occasionally, and I keep writing it down because it is hilarious to me. Could that dream be considered an isekai? A guy in a tank, like a Abrams or something, is back in time.
Oh, I see why Xeno likes this one. It's
Drives through
Abrams.
The countryside. It's like there's elves and shit, but all the elves and shit see the tank and they run, and then the villagers run, and then the
It's
forest
just
elves
gay.
run, and it's basically a tank driving through a fantasy world and everyone losing their mind. They're like, ah, because it's a tank. Is that an isekai? That guy isekai'd his tank? Yeah, it's called Gate. I
Yes!
can't believe there's something like that exists. That's so funny. Is there
Good
an isekai
lord.
about an elf who gets sucked into normal everyday Japan, has magic
Yes.
and shit, and, like lives their life, but several? Well, of course there is.
Yep.
Is there an isekai about Buddha or like Jesus in
yes.
modern times? Does that
Yeah.
exist?
Yes.
He knows that. He must know. He's just baiting the audience at that
Really
point.
figured out.
I kind of feel like he did bait the last one, but like,
Oh yeah.
yeah,
The first one, definitely. Now I want a Girls in Panzer Gate mashup. Anyway, crossover.
damn straight.
There's a reason you can't die, Gabimaru.
What? Spit it out! What is it?
You don't want to.
I bet you think this sounds really profound or something, but my heart is as hollow as the bones in my body.
What? No. No, there's something wrong there.
Or are you saying even though my heart is hollow, it can yet be filled by...
Bones aren't hollow.
Yeah, but yeah.
Human bones? They got, like, marrow. You killed countless people. You don't know this? Do you think you have bird bones?
The ninja school system has failed me. I can't believe it.
Believe it. Oh, fuck. That's actually really good.
And then my last one.
Camouflage? Who are you? Where is my friend? Hands off. I need him. Snake. It's just like one of my Japanese animes. If you say some shit like that again, I'm gonna beat the fuck out of you. Yes, sure. Oh, sure. You guys are just like everyone else who bullied me for liking anime. There's nothing wrong with liking anime. Like the normal amount. Oh yeah, anime's totally in the mainstream now, but you've clearly taken your enjoyment of it way too far. What do you mean? Literally that. What you just did right now. Oh yeah, my urge to fight you, literally fight you, is very high right now. I want to put your head in the toilet. You guys just don't understand. I love Japanimation.
Japanimation. Oh,
Japan
God, I
was the
remember those
first country
days.
to successfully build a bipedal robot.
Oh.
Stop. Nobody fucking cares, bro. How is he this far up his own ass? I don't understand. Oh yeah, coming from a guy carrying a katana around. You trying to get fucked up, little man? Because I just killed like 9 guys right outside that door. Otacon, listen. It's okay to like anime, but not so much that it becomes your entire personality. Me personally, I love Jujutsu Kaisen. Yeah, the show rips. But it's important to remember that that's a fantasy world. You gotta get out there and touch grass. Try dog sledding or golf. Wow, maybe you're right. Hey, listen, while I've got you guys here, I have a question. Do you think love can bloom on a battlefield? Yo, what the fuck did you just ask us? Alright, you know what, the hell with it. You can kill him.
The proper ending to Metal Gear Solid 1.
The correct
There you go.
ending.
Right.
Do you know, I was so disappointed when I found out that the actual true ending of that game is the one where you rescue Otacon instead of Meryl.
No, you rescue them both.
Yeah.
No,
No, they
One of
both
it-
survive.
well, they both survive, but
It's-
no, but the one where you rescue is Otacon instead of Meryl.
No. It's a paradox because like, so Meryl dies if you rescue Otacon, right?
But she
Because
doesn't
the
die.
idea is that you find
Eternalism.
but she doesn't die. Don't fucking don't. Right. Okay.
So next-
That's when Naz is gonna have to cut it for the memes. Right. So that is it for this week's episode. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching and or listening. And now it's time to bottoms up. And Kanpai.
Kanpai.
Next time I'll try to actually veto dumb topics.